We're back on a Tuesday afternoon. After work, post work. It was a good day. I mean, it's just me in the office and then one other coworker. So it's real light, real simple. Dude, I was really anxious. I get the Sunday scaries. Like, I realize I get the Sunday scaries like every single day. And then if you guys don't know, the Sunday scaries is like on Sunday when you're just like really anxious about going back to work on Monday, you know, like essentially, and you're just like, oh, I have these deadlines due, or what, you know, like just thinking about the emails that you'll have, or whatever. Oh, what about this and this and this thing has to get done, and yada yada yada, and I don't know. I get the Sunday scares, but I actually get it every day because I don't know. My job has been increasingly more stressful. Not even because like of workload. Well, in some part due to workload, another part just due to the environment of the workspace. But I like, dude, I haven't been. Some nights I can't sleep. Like especially like I get the Sunday scares like on a Monday or a Tuesday. Like every day after work. Like right, I'm tired. Right when it gets to bedtime, all I can think about is like all the things that I have to do at work or the things that oh shoot, I forgot to do this thing. Even if I have like a to-do list, you know what I mean? Right. So, anyways, so other than that, let's see did my boss text me? No. But, anyways, so, I was sick. I feel a little bit better. I think I just have like an ulcer in the back of my throat, and like my wisdom tooth, I've never had wisdom teeth. My wisdom tooth is coming in at the same time, and it just hurts. My mouth freaking hurts. I need to go to the dentist. But, this is what I want to talk about, is I was just watching this YouTube video of a guy talking about having um, a time bank, like a time bank card. And I was like, what the heck is a time bank? He lives in like San Diego, San Francisco. And essentially what it is just bartering and trading of goods. Like, and I'm like, this is so sick. I'm like, they need to have one where I live. Where essentially it's like, let's say that this guy's like a mechanic, right? And so he goes out and, you know, he goes and does an oil change for someone that's also in time banking, like also as part of the same not company. It's like more of like a social program, but not really a social. It's like a kind of a club that anyone can join, right? And so, you know, he goes and does an oil change for a fellow member. It takes 30 minutes. So now he has 30 minutes. It's in the time bank. Now has 30 minutes, which he can use to get another good or service. You know, maybe he wants to he needs a schema for a web design. That'll take more than 30 minutes. Or, you know, maybe someone has like a wood shop out of their home, and they can cut you know, I'll give you my 30 minutes if you can cut, you know, 10 pieces of wood for me for my project, right? And so it's like this thing where, you know, and as more people join the time bank, there's more goods to be sold and traded for. All that sold, you're selling your time for you're selling your time for you're selling your goods for other people's goods. I mean, I'm making it sound more complicated than it is, but it's really just bartering and trading of goods. Like, we're back to it. And it's like, how people are going to try to figure out how does that look in the digital world? But I think in the digital world, it's like, okay, I record a video for you, and it took me an hour. And what you do for me is you edit the video, like you know, like there's, oh, what is that? There's a way, but it's just super cool. It's like, you know, it's like a form of socialism, where we're coming back. The socialists are coming back. Cause imagine that, dude. It's like, oh, I'm trying to think of a good that I personally need. Okay, so I wanted to build a. Oh my God, all my words are leaving my brain right now. Let's just say I wanted to build a clawfist, like an office in my closet, and to do that I needed like a certain piece of wood. I needed someone to rip up the carpet. I needed someone to repaint and do molding on the closet wall, right? And what could I do for that guy? I don't know. Like, what good do I have to get to that guy? Maybe something to do with psychology. Maybe just like life coaching. Maybe I do a web design thing for him. Maybe I'm good at SEO, so I could you know, bump up this guy's website, or you know, not run an ad, but like fix the SEO on his website. Let's say it takes him 2 hours to do all the stuff for my clawfist, and then I'll do 2 hours of SEO for him, right? It's like this given. That's so sick. That's so sick. So then, if you have millions of people in this thing, you have so many goods and services you could barter and trade for, right? And it's all just matters about how much time you have in your bank. I got, and how do you get more time in your bank? Is you go do services and goods, right? You go sell your goods and you go do your services. And then you have like, dude, what if I had 10 hours in my bank? Oh, I can now, distribute this out. And it's almost like, I don't know if you guys watch One Piece, but you almost become Luffy, right? If you view this as an entrepreneurial thing, where you're like Luffy, where you're just like you captain the ship, but you need a navigator, you need a cook, you need a co-captain, you need someone who's gonna fight for you, you need someone who's like the doctor on the ship, and so if you have this network of goods and services that really like, I don't know, that's just infinite potential for that. So like that just made me think of like all these cool ideas. Like what would I do? Like dude, I need to bring one of those to my town. And like the best part is I live in a college town, and so students like okay, when you get your degree, or even before you get your degree, a lot of times it's hard to do internships, right? It's hard to get internships, especially like especially like in comp sci and engineering. It's being increasingly harder to get internships. And then if you have a liberal arts degree, a lot of times your liberal arts degrees are useless. Like my bachelor's in psychology, which is mostly useless unless you get a master's. People do have their their arts degree in literature and classical this and this, which is most of the time useless. But if I have this system where essentially it's like an infinite project where like now I have students like third year engineers. Okay, mechanical engineers, here, let's do this thing. If you gotta do this thing, I'll do this for you. And then we're like, someone's trying to build something, but it needs like historical context to it or whatever. So now we go to the historians, right? And it's like a crazy thing where you're just like, this is like a network of knowledge and wealth, and it's college students are broke. We can't afford well, I'm not a college student anymore, but like college students are broke, you can't afford anything, and so college students could barter and trade goods and their services, and it also gives them ways to kind of boost their resume, because they're like, oh, I did this project for this person, I helped this person in this way, and da 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 da. And then it also gives like liberal arts people like the opportunity to have something cool to do, right? So I don't know, it's really interesting. I might do that. Bro, who's texting me? I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. I just thought it was so cool. The other thing I saw TikTok. This guy on TikTok. His name is Higher Up Wellness. He's a great guy, just a really great guy, and he kind of like a motivational. He just promotes becoming your higher self and how to grow and da da da. And one of the things he says is like, he's like, it doesn't matter if you want to be an influencer, if you want to make money off of social media. Like, it doesn't matter what you want to do, but everyone should post on social media. But he meant it in a way of like, even if you want none of these things, you don't want the clout, you want none of this, at least it's an exercise of public speaking, and you're learning how to communicate, and you're learning how to get your point across in a concise way, and you're learning how to intonate, is that the word? Like the cadence of what you say. And it's just like this, like, I thought to myself, because I took a public speaking course like a couple weeks ago, and I love public speaking, and one of the things she said was, what is public speaking? And we were, oh well, a meeting is actually public speaking, and this is public speaking, and just a one-on-one conversation with your boss is a form of public speaking, right? And then I would raise my hand. I was like, what about Twitch streamers? Like, that's a form of public speaking. I mean, you're talking in front of thousands of people if you're popular. But I never thought of like just normal social media, like TikTok, or like people like posting on Instagram, or people typing. Well, Twitter's not really public. That's just public typing, right? So it just interested me, because I'm like, wow. And so I see a lot of people like doing the trend based off of Higher Up Wellness. Like I just saw this girl. She's like, okay, my first day of trying public speaking on this platform, and it was just her talking. You know what I mean? And it's getting over that uncomfortability. But I'm like, dude, I love public speaking, and I love the spotlight, and I love attention, right? And so I realized, that the reason I started this YouTube channel to begin with was to get over the discomfort of being seen, and to learn how to take up space, right? But the thing about YouTube is, a lot of times YouTube doesn't have to be an intimate thing, right? YouTube is, a lot of times you can post a video, you can build up a community, and you can build a core audience, but it's not as it's more long form videos. It's not really as intimate, and a lot of times you're not like, like on TikTok, if you post a video and someone makes a comment, then you can reply to that comment with another video, right? And you can go down this like where you're really just talking one on one with people, and also I don't know, TikTok's a more intimate thing, and also like with TikTok, it's like the opportunity, like anything can blow up, right? Like if you hit it, like it's much easier to be seen on TikTok and to take up space on TikTok than it is YouTube. YouTube takes time. Obviously, some people blow up here, blow up there, but for the most part, it's like long form. It's trusting the process, right? And so I was like, I'm such a pussy, because like the most I think on my personal TikTok, the most I posted was like I posted like 5-6 videos, and each one would cringe me out so much, and I think I got like 15. Whatever, 100 views on a video, like without ever having likes, but it cringed me out because I'm so cringe. But why? Like, so I think after this, I'm just gonna I have like Chaboomba like on TikTok, and all I've done so far was I posted like me and Julianne's first video. I took it, I chopped it up into like 30 in 1 minute segments, and then I scheduled it on TikTok to come out one every hour for like however many 30 hours, right? But none of them got views, and I learned it was because I created a new TikTok and then just posted 30 videos essentially, and so it thought it was a bot for the most part. And so what I did for the last months, I haven't posted a single thing on TikTok. I've been just using it and scrolling it, and it's now become I use that TikTok more than my actual personal one to scroll. I don't even go by my personal one anymore. So now I just scroll it. I have it as a curated, like it knows I'm a person and I follow people and I like things, right? And so now if I post it, it'll know I'm not a bot, right? And so I think this YouTube thing is lukewarm. Is me being lukewarm, right? Into this, me wanting to be seen and pushing past the discomfort and learning how to take up space and being okay with taking up space. Because this other creator I was listening to this morning, he has like 1 million followers now, but he was like, dude, when I first started, it was so incredibly hard. He's like, I didn't make this wasn't a full-time thing. There was a year and a half where I was posting every day, every single day. Videos would flop all the time, no views, da da da. And until I became a full-time creator, but he was like, my goal was to get people annoyed at me, but like not in that sense, more so like I wanted to take up so much space that people were like, no way this guy's on my For You page again. Like I'm tired of this guy because they see him so much, right? And I think I need to like get into and I need to take on that mentality where it's like, like I post these YouTube videos and then I let them go. Like I don't really pay attention to them. I might look at the analytics here and then, but most part it's just like I'm just posting. I'm just getting in the routine of being consistent. And I'm being vulnerable and I'm talking about things, but like, once again, it's harder to be seen on YouTube. And so I'm being like kind of lukewarm about it. And I need to just like, yo, I'm gonna like YouTube is like I want to post myself and see if people see me. Like it's okay. I'm okay with people seeing me. I'm putting myself out in a space where people can see me. But TikTok is more like, yo, you're gonna see me, and I'm okay with that. Like I want you to see me. Like I'm gonna. You can take up a lot of space on people's For You pages, and you can take up a lot of space, and it's not through trash, content. And it's like, so that paired with a guy talking about public speaking, I was like, dude, I have I guess with God always He tells me this every single day, but I have everything I need. I have a camera. I just have me. I have me, and I love public speaking. I'm okay talking to a camera like it's like a normal person. I'm okay talking to you guys like you guys are right here in front of me. This is not uncomfortable to me. And so like knowing that, why am I such a little baby? Just post on TikTok. Stop being such a scared little guy, bro. Because then it's like, people see my TikTok, they come to my YouTube, and then my YouTube content is like funneling to TikTok, right? It's like it's like infinite growth glitch, and like I just like I'm in the mentality where it's like almost impossible to fail. Like as long as I don't stop, like I will not fail. And so like things are just coming together, and like I'm hyped this weekend. So here's my. No, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud because they say. No, actually, I made a video about this. Don't tell people your dreams, but it's actually they know. Everyone knows my dreams because I profess it out loud because I believe in them so much. what I'm gonna do. Remember, me and Vi had the idea of doing like a draw. Let's do draw. I should just have a draw together. Where there's a camera looking at the table of us drawing, and then there's a camera like in front, like so it can pan between either each person's face during the conversation, or what they're drawing, or you can see both people at the same time and the drawing, or whatever it is. And so I realized it's actually mostly have everything I need. I just need a second camera. I don't want to use my phone camera because I want it to be a higher quality than this. Like this is gonna be really like shit that I edit and stuff like that. So on this weekend, what I'm gonna do? I already reached out to a bunch of people on Facebook Marketplace for like for another camera. So I'm getting the camera. I also ordered like a stand that connects to your like an arm that connects to your table, that you can go fully upside down with your camera with, so it can look down at the table. I have tablecloths, and all I need is actually a table. Like I want one of those like cheap plastic like foldable tables. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna put it in it, and it's just I'm gonna make a little weak ass thing on the tablecloth that just says "draw with me," right? And the first one is just me and Julianne. We're just gonna go to the park because that's the thing. It's really portable. As long as I have this little freaking table, it's so portable. So we're gonna go to the park, and we're making my first draw with me video, and it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be us yapping and drawing, and she's really good at drawing, so it's gonna be sick. And then I thought to myself, like I'm in a university town. Like I know it. Like I either could So in terms of guests, who I want as guests, I want really people that are grinding just like me. Like I want to find people that are just talking about mental health, people that are just philosophers, also just like underground music, like an artist that are in my area, and just like not like literal art, like artists as in painting and stuff like that, but also just like musicians and stuff like that, or people making pop, rap, whatever it is. So like just I'm gonna get these people, so I can either do it that way where I have like a guest where I'm like and then we go into any spot. I can go to the park, whatever. Just meet me, whatever, and I'll bring this table, right? Or I was thinking, we have big plazas at my university where there's like, hundreds, thousands of students passing a day. I might just set up shop, and it says draw with me, and anyone could come to the table and we just draw. And we just talk. Like that's sick, and I'm gonna do it. This week, and so my plan is, well, I'm not gonna create the mountain, right? Let's not create the mountain. This weekend, I'm gonna do the very first one. I'm gonna get it done. Me and Juliana are gonna make the very first one. Episode 1 of Draw With Me. But the thing is, I'm still going to be posting these every single day, but I'm going to have a series. And my plan is, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I want to post that once a week, like on a Sunday. Once a week on a Sunday, I want to post that. And then throughout the week, because now I'm forced to be at work for a couple more hours. Like I have to be here 8 to 5 in the office. I think the last, if I have nothing to do and if it's just kind of slow, I might spend the last hour or two of the day editing my YouTube video from the previous night, like one of these from the previous night. Like tomorrow I'll edit this one and find the best moments and clip it and put it on TikTok. Like, dude, how can I fail, bro? How can I fail? Like that's such a sick idea, because there's this girl on TikTok, well she's also on YouTube, and she does it's called her series is called stargazing, where she just sets out a blanket under the night sky, and there's a her and the guests are laying next to each other, and then there's the camera over top of them, and they just have conversations. But her guests are specifically underground, really low key artists on Spotify, right? And I was just trying to think of dude, I just want to do I want to do startup people, entrepreneurs, philosophers, self-help people, or people that are just in that kind of philosophy, kind of psychology area, and then there's cool artists, people art that I find, because in a college town, bro, people are making art all the freaking time, and I'm in a liberal arts college, bro. People are making art all the time, and so I have infinite people to connect with, bro, and all I have to do is do it one time to show myself, oh, this is real, this is a real idea. So all I'm gonna do is this weekend, I'm gonna make this shit on Saturday, and then I'm gonna edit it on Sunday, and it's gonna be fucking sick. So hopefully those people reach out to me for that, to give me so I can get the second camera, bro. Insane deal. I mean, I would pay the full amount, but I was trying to get it was a Nikon. No, it was a Canon. I forgot which Canon series it was, but it had 2 lenses on it, and it came with 4 batteries. I was like, what? So that's freaking sick. And it was $250, and I asked for $150. I said let's do it, and I reached out to a couple people, Also, I need to get an SD card because this SD card that I have on this camera is like 64 gigs, and that shit runs out. I have to constantly delete off this camera. So I'm looking for either a terabyte or 256 gigs. Like, dude, this is gonna be so sick. Cause I just imagine the. I guess I yapped for too long, but what I was trying to say is that the end goal of this, like a year from now, is essentially like me owning my own art studio. And having people just come in, and it's a very cozy place, and people just come and draw with me, come hang out with me, and like it doesn't matter if people are good at drawing or not. Like I'm not that good. It's really about confidence. It's just understanding like how does a child draw. Like drawing as a child is the hardest thing to emulate, right? So it doesn't matter. Like my sister's not good at drawing, but she's like, I don't care. I'm confident enough. And we drew together, right? But I'm thinking it doesn't even have to be drawing. It's just any art form. Like let's just do poetry together. Let's like do written word together. Let's do spoken word together. Let's like there's a place that you can buy pottery here in town, and it comes with the supplies, and you can just paint pottery. Like it doesn't matter. It's an excuse. The art form is an excuse to have a conversation with me. But at the same time, the conversation is just as beautiful as the art form. And so I'm hype. How could I fail, bro? I'm literally so hype. I just want to create so much sick stuff. But anyways, yeah. I'm hype. So I'm out of here, though. Guys, girls, gays, queers, they, thems, these are any all. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. And I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to get some food. I'm starving. But, alright. I love you guys. No, I can't take Nardwar shit.